Eddie the magic monk. Eddie the magic monk. Eddie the magic monk. Eddie the magic monk.
Hey guys, it's Eddie the Magic Monk. Starting today, we're going to do some Python tutorials. Python is quickly becoming one of the most popular languages in the world. If you're studying somewhere, university, high school, chances are you'll come across this language and it's going to confuse you a little bit at the start. So especially if you've learned something else, I find that when I go to Python, there are a lot of things that I thought would work but didn't work. So why would you learn Python? Basically, it's just a very popular language nowadays. You can use it to make apps, make websites, automate things in your house. There's just a lot of practicalities involved in this language. So once you've learned it, it's going to be very useful. So the way we're going to start learning it is just by going to this website called trinket.io. And the reason is because sometimes downloading new things to your computer might have restrictions. If you're on a school device, you might not be able to install your own stuff. So we're just going to start with the easiest way to get started for anyone on any computer. As long as you have a web browser, in this case I'm using Google Chrome, then you can get started by just going to this address called trinket.io. So if you guys want to go to this address to get started, the first thing you have to do is create an account. You can see that I have already created an account. If you haven't created an account, create an account, and then you will be able to sign into the website and you will see this menu on the top right. Okay, so you can click on home. This is the home page, but once you have signed in, you can go to new trinket, and that's what we want, new trinket, and just click on Python. Okay, we're just going to learn some of the most basic coding at the moment. So this is the most basic code you can run in Python. Okay, and you can see down the bottom here, it just wants you to try typing this line of code, print bracket. So I'm going to copy this line. I'm going to paste it in my editor. Okay, so this is the code. This is the instruction to the program. And then if I click run, this is the output on the right. So on the left is the code, on the right is the output. And that's basically the concept behind programming, is input and output. Okay, you input something into the program and the output is this. Okay, so you can see here that an instruction is used. Okay, it says print. And if you highlight your mouse over that, it tells you use print to write output. So that's useful. I'm just going to zoom in a bit. Oops, I'm going to zoom in a bit so you can see it. Oops, so there it is. Print hello world. And that's the output on the right. So I'm going to bring this back a bit. Okay, so a couple of things we can do in Python. Okay, firstly, things to do with numbers. So for example, let's say I want to go 1 plus 1. Okay, if you run that, nothing happens. Why is that? Why doesn't anything happen? Simply because you haven't said to print this out. So if I went x equals 1 plus 1, and then I said print x, and you run this, then it tells you the number. Okay, so now we're just going to go through some basic numerical operations you can conduct in Python. But once you conduct an operation, I want you to store it inside what's called a variable. So we're going to talk a lot more about variables soon, but basically right now we just want you to think of it as a container. So you type in what 1 plus 1 is, you calculate it, you put the answer inside a box called X, and then you print out what is in the box. So I'm printing out the value inside the box called X. Okay, so some other numbers that I want to try. Okay, I want to try some other numbers. So I've got addition there. Let's just try another addition, plus 20. Okay, run it. It's 22. If I put 23 plus 1 is 25. Let's try some subtraction. Okay, let's try 25 minus 5. 25 minus 5 is 20. Let's put in some brackets, for example. 25 minus bracket 5 plus 5. Okay, so that becomes 25 minus 10 because what's in the bracket is done first. So 25 minus 10 is 15. All right. Let's try some other things. Let's try negative numbers. What about negative 25 minus 10? It's negative 35. If you're not sure about these basic math, feel free to have a go at some of my math tutorials. Now let's try times. So times is actually the star symbol on your calculator, which is Shift 8. Okay, if you press on your sorry, not calculator, keyboard, if you press Shift 8, you'll get the time symbol. So 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, so then we can do some division. So for example, let's go 20 divided by 4. All right, this slash sign is divide. You will see the slash next to your Shift key probably on your keyboard. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So these are the 4 basic operations. And we've also introduced you to a simple variable to hold your number in and the print statement. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.
Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.